Hi, and welcome to Get a Clue, Casual Gamer. Today I'm starting a series that's kind of combining work with my hobby. And it's a series on dice games. Basically, part of my job has to do with working with older adults. And as it has been proven, games are wonderful ways of keeping our brain alive and functioning and thinking and critical thinking, as well as memory, and all of that is enhanced by games. So I have been creating lists of casual games that would be good, should be good to when you're working with older adults. Of course, these games are all fine for a family and for gamers themselves, whether you're a casual gamer or not. Now, our first one in the series, I'm starting with the oldest one that I'm going to be talking about, and its official name is Liar's Dice. Liar's Dice can also be found by the name Perudo, P-E-R-U-D-O, Perudo. But Liar's Dice, if you Google or search in a store online for Liar's Dice, either it or Perudo will show up. Now, we're going to get a clue, C-L-U-E, about Liar's Dice. And for the newbies, C stands for components. What am I going to find when I open this box? Well, my box, I obviously have combined a couple games that have dice and cups. Officially, these two were in the game that I bought, and 2 sets of 5 dice were also in there. The rest are from the other game that had, but since I figured I could get all 6 cups in, and that would mean I had enough for 6 people to play Liar's Dice instead of just 2. The more the merrier, the more confusing it can be. But components wise, you will, if you buy an official Liar's Dice or Perudo set, you will have a number of dark, opaque cups. 2, 4, most of the sets don't go above 4, but you can get anywhere, and these of course are inexpensive plastic ones. You can get the really fancy ones too, but you'll get these and 2, in this case, a set of 5 dice for each player that the box is made for. So in my case, it's 2 of these and 10 dice. And the instructions, which are these, and that's it. That's what you're going to find inside this box. So, components taken care of. Length of play. It's really not a long game. I'd say about a half hour if you're playing it, right? About a half hour if you've got 4 or 5 players. If there's less players, it would probably go quicker. But length of play is probably around a half hour. Think of it, it's not a very long game, it's not an extremely short game, but it's a nice average game. Uniqueness, it uses dice and cups. I mean, how many games do we know that use dice and cups to shake the dice in? So uniqueness, it's not really very unique, but it's very accessible, very easy. In fact, that brings us to E. Ease. How easy is this to learn, teach, play? How easy is it to find? How easy is it on your pocketbook? Well, first of all, how easy is it to learn, teach, play? It is that easy. I mean, really. It's 5 dice and a cup, and you're shaking it, and you put it, I'll give you a little synopsis of how to play. You shake your 5 die, you take a peek, and you see what numbers you have. And then the starting player will say something like, they believe that there are 3 twos amongst all of the cups put together. And the next person has to go up a number, either the first number or the second number. So they will say either 4 twos or 3 threes. And then you go around and keep going around until somebody says, I don't believe there are 7 sixes. And that's when everyone lifts up their cup, and they count out how many sixes there are. And if there's 7, that person who thought there wasn't enough loses one of their 5 dice. And game continues. And it's basically a bluffing game. You're bluffing to see how many. It's not really, liar's dice is a misnomer because you're not technically lying, you're bluffing. You're not sure how many 6s there are around the table, but you've got 3. So, you know, it's pretty safe bet that there's 6 or 7 of them. There might even be 8 or 9 of them, but it depends on how many people are playing. So that's basically the game. And you just keep on playing, until there's only one person left with any dice. And that's the game. That's the winner. So it's an elimination game. It's a bluffing game. And it's a push your luck game. You're pushing your luck. Do you really think there's 7 sixes? And it can easily be a party game. Now, easy to find and easy on the pocketbook. Let me reverse that. Easy on the pocketbook, I found a set of liar's dice or Perudo, but basically liar's dice for anywhere from $16 to $36. 16 being $16, $17 for inexpensive set with 4. And then the $36 are the fancy leather cups. But the truth is, as long as everyone has 5 dice and some sort of cup that you can't see through, you're set. So personally, if you're having trouble finding an inexpensive copy of Liar's Dice, I know this goes against manufacturers, but this game has been around since 1800 because you don't need a manufacturer. You need 5 dice per person and an opaque cup. So if you get 5 dice at the Dollar Tree for now $1.25, and a red Solo cup or a white styrofoam cup, you have enough for a person. Or you could get fancy and order 100 dice from Amazon. That's 10 of 10 different colors, and that's enough for 20 people for $19 or $18 actually plus tax. So you see, it's possible to have enough for 20 people for $20. So if you're doing some sort of youth program or senior program of some sort, or just having a party and you just want a very simple game that every age can play, Liar's Dice is a pretty good choice. So now, ease to find, that's why I said all of this. It's not the easiest game to find because it's so basic, not everyone's making it. And when they make it, they charge an arm and a leg. So my advice is, if you have games that have these cups, use them and just pull a bunch of dice together. And as long as everyone has 5 dice and an opaque cup, you can get a stack of 20 red Solo cups and 100 dice, and you have enough for a party of 20 or a program of 20. So that's getting a clue, C-L-U-E, about a dice game called Liar's Dice. And happy gaming, and God bless you and your family. Bye.